Shreve, welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. If you want to call into the show, the number to use to get through is 877-927-6648, same as it's always been. One more time, 877-927-6648. My show airs every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern on TFNN. It's also available as a podcast on iTunes if you can't listen live. And don't forget, you can listen to all TFNN programming on your smartphone. Just type in tfnn.mobi on your smartphone browser, and you can listen to the stream that way as well. Don't forget about the new Tiger Dollar promotion at TFNN, folks, for the holidays. Purchase $250 or more in Tiger Dollars by December 18th, and you'll get a 30% match. You can use Tiger Dollars to purchase newsletters and other premium products at TFNN. TFNN will also make a donation of up to 10% of your purchase price to the Salvation Army in your name. Finally, don't forget about Tiger TV, a great resource for investors at TFNN. I'll be going over charts as I always do on my program, and you can look at those charts live right along with me on Channel 1 in Tiger TV. And if you're listening to the show later, when it's not live, that's fine. The show is archived in Tiger TV on Channel 13. Okay, one other bit of news. My webcast tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern at TFNN, how to maximize profits in the early stages of a new uptrend. We're going to talk about this market. Of course, during today's show, we'll get more in depth tomorrow. We'll start by talking about what's going on in this general market, and then I'm going to get you familiar with my investing strategy. Talk a little bit about how I have been navigating this volatile market. So I hope you'll be able to join me tomorrow, December 14th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You can register for the free webcast right on the homepage of TFNN.com. All right, let's take a look at the major averages, see where we're at. We have about 50 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. Not a great day for the market. We're near session lows. The Dow is up, call it 15 points. A little better than 0.1% to 12,036. NASDAQ, after early strength, is now down 12 points, 0.5% to 2599, and the S&P 500 down moderately, down 2 points, 0.2% to 1234. We just had the Fed statement a little over an hour ago. I think the market was hoping for some new news from the Fed, but it didn't get new news. It pretty much just got more of the same. The Fed made no alterations at all to its policy of selling short-term holdings and reinvesting them into longer-term securities. It reiterated its pledge to keep interest rates at low levels through the middle of 2013. Fed might have been a little more upbeat about its economic outlook, saying that the economy has been expanding moderately despite a slowdown in global growth. The statement repeated the central bank's stance that growth will remain moderate in coming months, with only a gradual decline in the unemployment rate. Lastly, the Fed also said that while consumer spending was advancing, businesses appeared to be pulling back. So, it was my hope that the market would get some soothing words from the Fed. I'm not really sure they were in a position really to say anything new. I think the market was hoping for, something that might have weakened the dollar. I've been talking in recent shows that really that's what the market needs right now. It really needs the dollar to break down. Needs the euro to start strengthening. I think that would bring some buyers into this market, but that's still a very big question mark as to whether or not that's going to happen. So not much new from the Fed today. Volume today on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ tracking higher than Monday. Not great to see as we're near session lows here. Remember, we did get a distribution day, a day of professional selling on the NASDAQ back on December 8th. That was Thursday of last week. Had that big percentage decline, about 2% in higher volume. Market rallied nicely on Friday in low volume, really didn't show me much, and then we had sort of a disappointing performance yesterday, and here we have volume tracking higher than Monday. Yesterday, volume was very light on the New York Stock Exchange at 758 million shares. Yesterday, volume on the NASDAQ was also very light at 1.5 billion shares. So at this point, volume is tracking higher than Monday. It could end up being another another day of distribution, another day of professional selling on the NASDAQ. So, where we're at right now, market technicals do not look great. We have to be ready for anything in this market. We have to be ready for a rally when it's least expected. But I think we're now 11, 12 days into a rally attempt for the major averages that started on November 28th, and still no follow through, and that's a concern. The other concern about this market that people have been talking about is this lack of leadership. Let's just before we talk about the lack of leadership, let's take a look at the NASDAQ composite here in Tiger TV. You can see the 200-day moving average is still a pretty significant resistance level for the NASDAQ composite. Now the NASDAQ is actually trading slightly below its 50-day moving average at 2610, 2611 thereabouts. So, NASDAQ not looking great technically here. Move over and take a look at the S&P 500. It's in a similar situation as the NASDAQ. The S&P 500 ran up against its 200-day moving average. It looks like a ceiling for now. S&P 500 is still holding its 50-day moving average, but you're looking today at 3 out of 4 sessions where the bogey could be closing lower near session lows. So just not seeing the buying demand that is obviously needed for a rally to gain traction. Now, about the lack of leadership, I want to just go over and take a look at the NASDAQ 100, which is an index that I talk about occasionally. The technicals here look very poor as well, and what you have is a series of lower highs over the past 6 or 7 trading sessions. You can see the intraday high for the NASDAQ 100 has been getting lower and lower and lower. And it's really looking like a tired index, and really the lack of leadership in the NASDAQ 100 is a bit of a concern. It's where you had a lot of former leadership in the market that is not leading anymore. And when you see how bad the technicals look in the NASDAQ 100, and then you look at some components like a price line. Take a look at price line here. Shares of Priceline are down 1.5% today to 468.50. Technically very weak, trading underneath support, what were once support levels. Now they're most likely going to be resistance levels. So that's a key component in the NASDAQ 100. Take a look at Wynn Resorts, another former leader that has completely broken down. See, stock is underperforming badly today, down 3.5% to 105.21. The laggard stocks in the NASDAQ 100 are really a dime a dozen. Here is Amazon, having a horrible day today, down $8.15, 4.3% to 181.37. Very weak technical picture. Remember, for my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio, my newsletter, I tend to target strong price performers in the market. So names like Amazon, Wynn, Priceline that we just went over, I have no interest whatsoever in trying to catch a falling knife here. These are damaged stocks technically. It looks to me that institutional investors are getting out of these stocks. I suspect that they're going to be broken stocks for a while. Another key NASDAQ 100 component here, Apple. Okay, Nasdaq's been bleeding. Apple had been trading higher for most of the session. Sellers aren't swarming in the stock today. It's only down 34 cents to 391.50. But this is, a stock. It's very questionable whether or not it's going to be able to hold its 50-day moving average. And technically, Apple does not look very strong to me right now. So we'll see what happens. But if Apple were to convincingly break below its 50-day moving average in heavy volume, certainly that would bring its 200-day line into play all the way down at 366. But Apple may not be as broken as an Amazon win or Priceline. But it's not looking all that strong here, frankly. And finally, in the Nasdaq 100, take a look at shares of Baidu. Baidu is another seriously broken stock, the China-based search engine. It's underperforming today, down 3.1% to 123.66. So what does it all mean? Well, you've got these former leaders, these bull market leaders over the past two and a half years or so, that are rolling over and do not look likely to be leaders anytime soon. So what happens is that this weakness is eventually going to usher in a new crop of leaders. And what's missing in this market right now, not only do we not have follow-through in the major averages, okay, we're still in a market that is trending downward, but we don't have, bona fide leadership. Stocks right there, ready to run. I can think of one name right now in the market that is acting reasonably well that I would consider an institutional quality stock that has the capability of leading, and that would be Google. Google is hanging in there pretty well despite selling in the Nasdaq late in the day. Shares of Google up $5.74, 0.9% to 631.13 with Google. You had a breakout a while back over 599, 600 back in this area right here, and then a recent breakout over 618 thereabouts. It's currently at 631.13. Arguably not extended in price yet, but this is really the only stock in this market that is acting right. Yes, there are other speculative growth names that are acting well and moving higher, but when we're talking about institutional quality stocks, that I think any growth portfolio should have, Google is about the only stock that fits the bill right now. Now, the main issue with Google is that I've just not seen a whole lot of conviction behind the buying. You had a nice rally in this area here just recently, but not a whole lot of volume. I think there might have been one above average volume price gain in the stock. So Google's acting well. It's really kind of the a black sheep in the market right now. Leadership for the most part remains pretty much undefined. So market a little bit shaky here. No need to be a hero. Stick with us, folks. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll be right back.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Right now, NASDAQ volume looks to be trading about 10% higher than Monday's level. NYSE volume a little heavier, tracking about 20% higher than Monday. Again, volume on the NYSE on Monday was very light at 758 million shares. Also very light on the NASDAQ at 1.5 billion shares on Monday. So looks like we could... we could get a distribution day on the Nasdaq today, which would be another, black eye for this market rally attempt. Again, looking for follow through. We had day one of a rally attempt for the major averages that started on November 28th. Let me go back and just pull up take a look at the Nasdaq composite, because I think it's one of the probably the most relevant index these days. But day one of a rally attempt for the Nasdaq was on November 28th. That was on this day right here. So we're now day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Today's day 12 of a rally attempt for the Nasdaq without a follow-through day, without a big percentage gain in higher volume, a sign, by the market that its trend could be ready to change. So at this point, market technicians are waiting for a breakout for the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, really all the major averages at this point over their 200-day moving averages. And I got to tell you, today's negative market action, at least so far today, is it means that that's less likely in the near term that's going to happen. So defense is best at this point, and that is the course of action that I've been taking with my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. If you want to try a 2-week trial to my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter and model portfolio, you can do that right on the homepage of tfnn.com. And again, my webinar is tomorrow, December 14th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time at TFNN, and you can register for free right on the homepage. All right, well, there is some good news about this market. I don't have a chart for Jive Software, ticker JIVE, on the NASDAQ, but the stock, actually I can pull up Jive here with stockcharts.com. Let's see, Jive Software. It's obviously not going to give me price and volume data because it started trading today, but shares of Jive having a good day today, up $3.03 to $15.03. The company's software helps companies set up online social networks. Jive offered 13.4 million shares at $12 a share, above its initial range of 8 to 10. The company is based in Palo Alto, California, so a successful first day of trading so far for Jive Software, ticker JIVE on the NASDAQ. Another IPO turned in a pretty good performance Tuesday. Let's take a look at Pandora Media. This has been kind of a laggard performer since it came public in June at $16 a share. The stock actually hit an intraday high of $26 on its first day of trading. You can see shares of Pandora Media today up 6.9% to $10.61. That's because of strong listenership data. Pandora is an online music provider. During the month, its weekly cumulative audience among adults 18 to 49 years old included more than 1 million unique listeners in the New York and Los Angeles survey areas. These are the nation's number 1 and number 2 markets. So shares of Pandora Media, another new issue earlier this year, having a good day, up 6.9% to $10.61. Another IPO set to come public later this week. Its first day of trading will be on Friday. Zynga, ticker ZNGA on the NASDAQ. Not trading yet. Its first day of trading, again, will be on Friday. It's a social game developer for Facebook. Company plans to raise $925 million by offering 100 million shares at a price range of $8.50 to $10. At the midpoint of the proposed range, the company would get a market cap of around $8.3 billion. Interesting that today an analyst from Stern Agee actually downgraded Zynga before it even came public. I think the rating was underperform and a $7 price target. So we'll see where Zynga prices Thursday evening, and it will start trading on Friday under the symbol ZNGA. All right. Folks, when we come back, I'm going to take a look at a couple of stock charts out there that are still interesting to me. This market needs institutional buying. It needs money to come in from the sidelines. Just not clear that's going to happen anytime soon, but we want to be ready if a new uptrend begins. We'll talk about some stocks that could lead when we come back. Take care.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks. Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York Stock Exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Quick check on the markets. 25 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session, and selling pressure is picking up in the major averages here. The Dow is now below 12,000, down 86 points, 11,935. That's a 0.7% decline. NASDAQ down 37 points, 1.4% to 2575. And the S&P 500 now down 14 points, 1.2% to 1222. I mentioned before we went to break that I have been, I have a big cash position in my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. I only have 3 stocks in there right now. But yeah, this is not a market. Bad markets eventually take everything down with it. Okay, we're seeing the early stages of a shift in leadership. We talked about the weakness in several former leaders in the NASDAQ 100. Now we're just waiting for the new leadership to take shape. But when the market is bleeding like it is and clearly facing a lot of resistance, it doesn't make sense to really be buying stocks. The best time to make money in stocks is during market uptrends, when the market tide is flowing positive. It may seem obvious, but a lot of people don't really pay attention to uptrends and downtrends. Another another way to, it's easy to make money is when institutional money is being put to work in the market, and that clearly is not happening now. So buying stocks, trying to catch value in a market like this is very, very risky business. Taking a look at some stocks here, let's take a look at shares of Visa. This has been a stock that has been hanging in there quite well. It is under pressure today as the market sells off here. Stock is down $1.35, 1.4% to 95.57. But it is still holding well above its 50-day moving average. You can say one thing about this market, that even though there a lot of the former leaders are rolling over, there are scads and scads of stocks out there that are still holding above support levels, whether it's the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average. But Visa is still acting pretty well here. I don't think the stock is buyable. I'm really not interested, again, in buying anything in this type of market, especially watching how the market is trading today after the Fed statement. But shares of Visa still strong after a recent breakout over 95.87. That would be a swing point right in this area right here. So also, let's take a look at Accenture. Accenture is actually going to be coming out with earnings later this week on Thursday. It is under pressure today, down about 1% to 57.65. Shares hit an intraday high of 59.05. The swing point for Accenture is 61.90. That's back up in this area here. Whether or not it's going to be able to muster a breakout over that swing point, certainly very very questionable at this point. Breakouts are going to have a hard time working in a market like this, and it looks like we could get another distribution day for the NASDAQ today after seeing one last Thursday. So sellers are still out there. That's just a tough tide to swim against. Another name I like here, Nuance Communications, interesting company, voice recognition technology. Nuance. It looked like this thing was ready to bounce off its 50-day moving average. Again, when you don't have a follow-through day in the market, when the market's not in a confirmed uptrend, when you're buying a stock, the chances of having to cut losses in that stock, or the chances of that stock eventually heading lower after you buy it, it just increases dramatically when you're in a downtrend, when the market's not in a confirmed uptrend. So shares of Nuance look like it was going to find support at its 50-day moving average. That's very much in question now. The stock is down only 6 cents to 24.24, but trying to hold its 50-day might not happen. We'll be right back, folks.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but two exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Quick check on crude oil here. Didn't get you a close on crude oil. Is up 2.4% today to $100.14 a barrel. Let's take a look at the United States Oil Fund, USO, a popular ETF that basically tracks the price of West Texas Intermediate Light Sweet crude oil. It right now is trading up 56 cents, 1.5% to 38.44. And let's take a look at the GLD. The GLD, remember we had been talking about this thing really trying to hold on to its 50-day moving average. Well, that did not happen. The GLD is really getting whacked today, down $3.80. Pretty strong volume in the GLD as well, down $3.80, 2.4% to 158.19. Now, gold settled 0.3% lower to 1663.10 an ounce, but after it closed, gold right now is trading down. Last check down about $30 to 1639 an ounce, and that was after the Fed statement came out at 2:15 p.m. Eastern, fueled even more selling in gold after the contract settled just before 2 p.m. Eastern. But GLD really looks like it's in rough shape here. Still trading above its 200-day moving average. That's a long-term support level right around 157. But the GLD right now trading only about $1.25 above the 200-day moving average. So pretty simple. If that dollar continues to strengthen, it's probably not going to be good news for gold or the GLD. Taking a look at the UUP, this is the Power Shares Deutsche Bank U.S. Dollar Index Bullish ETF. It is well, breaking out today. Look at that, up 24 cents, 1.1% to 22.59. Here's your swing point right here, just over 22.40. Let me get the specific swing point for the UUP, but looks like a heavy volume breakout, which you can see why the market is acting as weak as it is. But the swing point right here, 22.44. So UUP breaking out today in heavy volume, and then the FXE, which is the Currency Shares Euro Trust. The euro is at its lowest level now since January. I mean, just a complete breakdown. Some are going to start saying that this is oversold and due for a bounce. We'll see about that, but just an extraordinarily bearish day for the euro today. FXE is down $1.71, 1.3% to 129.68. So this strong dollar, weak euro relationship is clearly problematic for the market, and the market is saying as much today. All right, taking a look at some restaurant stocks today. Some high flyers under pressure. Chipotle Mexican Grill stock is getting whacked today. Still holding above its 50-day moving average, amazingly enough, but shares of Chipotle are down $11, 3.2% to $329.22. This stock is under a lot of pressure today, and also Panera Bread, another strong performing restaurant stock, that is also getting hit today, down $3.34. 2.4% to $135.90. Looks like an outside day taking shape here for Panera Bread. An outside day, as you can see, the intraday high and the intraday low exceeds that of the prior session's range. Intraday high, intraday low exceeds the intraday high and intraday low from the prior session. So this is it's bearish price action. There is some volume behind Panera today as well. So a stock that had been acting pretty well, but a lot of retailers under some pressure today. We had retail sales earlier today for the month of November. They rose just 0.2% in November. That's according to the latest data from the Commerce Department. Ex-autos, excluding autos, sales also rose 0.2%. Both data points were well below expectations. Overall, sales were expected to be up about 0.6%, with the ex-autos up 0.5%. So disappointing sales data for November. Or disappointing retail sales, I should say, for November, and some of your restaurant stocks are getting hit on that news. So, all right, folks, don't forget TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver, so we're giving away one silver coin each business day during November and December. Be sure to check on the homepage of TFNN.com for more details about that, and don't forget about my free webinar as well. That is coming up tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. How to maximize profits in the early stages of a new market uptrend. You can register right on the homepage of TFNN.com. All right, a couple more stocks here holding up relatively well in this week tape. I really have been impressed with how GNC Holdings has been trading. A couple of hours ago, its chart was looking pretty good. Here's another reversal taking shape as the market sells off here into the close. But stock is only down 25 cents, 0.9% to 27.96. GNC had a recent breakout over 25.86 on November 2nd. That was right in this area. Here, it is a little bit extended in price, but a stock that is still holding above its 50-day moving average with top fundamentals. Really, really difficult right now discerning where this new leadership is going to come from. As an individual investor, a good thing to do is to pay attention to newer issues, companies that have come public over the past 5-10 years, stocks that are still in the early stages of price moves. But right now in this market, pickings are very, very slim. You have these days when the market is up 100, 200 points, and it's very frustrating looking through growth screens and seeing a lot of low volume moves, stocks trying to break out from consolidation areas that just aren't making progress, and that's really what's been going on. So on the one hand, I'm happy I haven't been aggressively buying during these up days for the market. Overall, market conditions are still very weak here. So, patience. If you try to force the issue in a downtrending market, that's an easy way to lose money, and you're just going to have to be cutting losses over and over and over and over again, which obviously you don't want to do. All right, folks, stick with us. Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this traders market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. Catch Tom O'Brien, founder and CEO of TFNN, professional trader and educator. Also, a regular guest on CNBC, analyzing the commodity markets. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Heading into the home stretch here. Just 5 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session, and unfortunately not great news for the market today after the, no news from the Fed statement was bad news for the market. The Dow is down about 97 points, 0.8% to 11,924. The NASDAQ down 40 points, 1.5%, 2571, and the S&P 500 down close to 15 points, 1.2% to 1221. So you do have volume on both exchanges tracking quite a bit higher than Monday's light levels. So another example, you have these low volume moves behind up days and heavy volume behind down days. That is exactly what you do not want to see. Some more stocks breaking down here that had been holding up pretty well. Shares of Under Armour. It has broken down. Heavy volume dive underneath its 50-day moving average today. Stock is getting walloped, down $4.50, 5.7% to 74.58. It is sitting just above its 200-day moving average at 72.04. So it looks like a pretty clear day of institutional selling in Under Armour. Also, the thing about this is when you look at recent earnings and sales growth and Under Armour, and you look at its balance sheet overall, it's hard to find anything wrong with this company from a fundamental perspective. Technicals are deteriorating quickly in this stock, and that is important to recognize. Another stock with great growth prospects, nice bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters. Another stock below its 50-day moving average today, Red Hat. They make the Linux software. The stock is down $2.06 today, 4.2%. This is an open source software, Linux is, and great growth at Red Hat. Company is selling a lot of product, but the stock is looking weak here today. Again, down 4.2% to $46.93. It is also below its 50-day moving average now. And then a very well-run retailer, Ulta. Ulta Beauty, used to be known as Ulta Salon Cosmetics and Fragrance. Shares of Ulta down 3% now to $70.57. Trying like heck to hold on to its 50-day moving average here. Hit an intraday low of 69.71. Its 50-day line is at 69.59. So another stock acting weak in this week tape. Okay. Take a look at SYNO, Synovus Life Technologies. The company is going to be coming out with earnings tomorrow before the open. Look at the stock, up 50% today to $27.77. Not in anticipation of good earnings. The company is actually being acquired by Baxter International ahead of earnings tomorrow. Baxter announced plans to acquire the company for $325 million. Stock is obviously having a big day, up close to 51% to $27.77 on that buyout. After the close tomorrow, we're going to listen to what Verifone Systems has to say. That's ticker PAY. Verifone Systems provides point-of-sale electronic payment solutions. Stock that was holding above its 50-day moving average. Technically not looking all that strong here ahead of earnings after the close tomorrow, down 1.1% to 41.80 ahead of the numbers. Thursday is going to be a very, very busy day of earnings. Discover Financial Services, DFS. Take a look at Discover ahead of earnings on Thursday. It is down 1.3% today to $23.89. Also on earnings, earnings from Accenture, Pier 1 Imports, Adobe Research in Motion. So a busy day. All right, folks. Coming up next, the Tom O'Brien Show, 4 to 6 Eastern on TFNN. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow on Tom's Show.